other side down here, because this should match perfectly here. Yeah. Matches that side, it's just from the way it's been done. And this is part of the modular process I was getting at here. Another big reason I like working in Maya is because you can do cool little things like this. I'm sure other programs you can. I'm not knocking them. I just like the way Maya handles it a little bit more. It's like, you know, you can like Jimmy on the playground, but Margaret's really pretty, and I like the way she twirls her hair. So, I don't know why I used a boy and girl reference, but I feel like somebody's at least going to understand. I don't know. Who gives a shit? All right, what we'll do is we'll add some Lambert colors to this. We probably should have unwrapped these first. Doesn't matter. I'm just getting the idea. I want stone. What? What? Oh, I was fucking around with something I shouldn't have been. Let's assign the fucking Lambert first. Again. Lambert 14. We're gonna call this one stone, because we'll use it. What the fuck? There we go. Stone. Because we're going to use the same color for all the stone. It's not going to be that color, I can fucking tell you that, though. It's going to be lighter. More just a gray. With slight blue to it, which will help the light. Oh, we can go with something like that, just a straight gray. Kind of those zipper cornerstone pieces I really like. Let's add some oh no, let's see. How do we want to do this piece? Because we have so many options here, we can do it however the fuck we want. So we can add little bits of siding, or at least some wood to one section of it. So we'll pull it up just under here. And we'll do the same approach. We'll grab this and kind of loop it down, and we may need a little stronger at the top. A little less, a little less. Turn it down. A little bit more, see? That Control Z becomes your goddamn best friend. There we go. And what we'll actually do is we'll assign these dark wood. There you go. I kind of like that effect where it's got. And we can even alternate. And just trim it up how we want. And it's really just the bottom piece here that kind of levels out. And same shit. Again, another reason I really like working with Maya. And we can do, we can just kind of carry over that section. And then we'll do the same down here. So we'll do separate here. Nope, sorry. Yep. We'll grab these. And again, the only reason this section is giving us a little bit more time so we're not, with this process, I'm not as focused on the going through texturing, everything else. Obviously, yeah, you're definitely, with these patterns, you'd want to unwrap. You'd want to get them ready before you started doing what I'm doing here. And then what, realistically, because we are changing in Maya the different facings and whatnot, we would probably wait to at least unwrap and bake once we've applied them. Then bake them for the what it's on, so we get the ambient occlusion right and everything else. Just out of, because we're changing shit up and moving stuff around, it made, like here. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll take this one, we'll duplicate it out. Here, we're probably going to shrink these in. And what will end up happening is that these UVs are going to be thrown off. So if we did bake them beforehand, we're going to have some weird stretching issues with the occlusion and different things like that in the UVs. So yeah, absolutely. Like with these smaller bits, all this, definitely you're going to want to do that. But with this part, I'm not as worried about it. And here we're more focused on the modeling aspect of it, just a technique of getting it right. If that makes sense. I don't know if I answered your question. I may have completely ignored it and just went my own route. I hope. I feel like I dodged the question in a lawsuit. Do you know Miss Lewinsky? I did not have sex with that woman. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to, because I thought about that in the beginning. If we're going to go through that process for baking and everything else, we should do it. But then, because I am trimming like the roof shingles, the UVs won't match up quite the same as the other ones. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a thought process to have anytime you do it, though. How can I save myself time and do it right instead of having to go back and do it again and again and again? Because what I want to do too is how this wood overlaps in these little spots. If I get the UV to, or the ambient occlusion to kind of capture some of those little spots, I think that looked pretty slick. And this part here, I'm not as concerned with these. Good eye, though. I think you may be the only one that's caught the lack of baking. Or at least preparing to bake. And I may push that one in. There we go. So one side, just some simple wood panels. And we'll, I think we're going to make this one black too. Yeah. Or maybe a little off. We'll change the color of the houses as we need to. And what we can even do from here, let me combine all of these, because we're just going to copy and paste this onto the other side. Again, because we're going to be making so many of these, we're more or less worried about getting the design. What the fuck? There we go. like the way that the wood can kind of get this fucked up design the more we push it in. So with that being said, what we'll do is we'll do it manually. And it gives kind of this fake sense of geometry too. Because as we're pulling these wood pieces out, it gives the house this kind of uneven look. And this isn't even a house, this is just one piece of the a big modular set we're making, basically. What the fuck happened up here? Did I delete like a whole section somewhere? Or did I just pull it through? I guess I did. I'm not sure what happened up here. Who touched you, boy? Alright, that was weird. Let's go ahead and combine all this. Because I like where everything's at, and I don't want to fuck this up. We're playing a dangerous game. Bam! Dangerous game played. Wow, Steve. You done fucked up. I'm like, I know. That's cool, though. And let me just go back and make sure these are good before we go too far into this. I just want to change the color of some of these. I'll set all this perp. Just from where we fill a lot of those holes. Not dark purple. We've got plenty of that. Gray purple? Is that the color we went with? Yeah, it is. And we'll do the same on this side just because we do have a lot of shit. And what we can even do with some of the wood pieces is we can add deviation to the color of the wood, but I think we're good right now without quite adding a whole separate level of... And if you were really going to get some really detailed shit, you would add nails to the wood, you would add cracks and blah, blah, blah. We're not in it to win it right now for that level of shit. And what we'll do, I think we're going to just do some normal side colors here. And let me think of what colors we want to do with this. We're going to add a different Lambert. And let's call this house. And let's do, I don't know, let's go ahead and apply it. And we'll see what works with the rest of the model. Because I think that color may be a little too light. Don't quite want the white. House. Well, if we can click house. Let's do a... I'm just kind of going through... Okay. Maybe an off-white beige color. Something like that. May look pretty good. And let's do this. Let's add some of these. And we're going to color these the same color as the stone. So we've already got that Lambert made out. Just some simple designs. Didn't take long to do. And we'll trim these up as well. I just want those little bits here.